with Mike Coleman at Qual Music, who he invited Alistair to come into one of our sessions, and he heard our music, really liked it, had the idea of doing a duo project where the village band would play with the jazz jammers.
The Hexham Village Band came about because I saw a need for, or an opportunity for a community ceilidh band open to anyone, for adults in Hexham. A number of exciting youth bands have been started in Hexham, which I have a little bit to do with, but there was nothing for grown-ups, and I thought there might be some interest. So in January 2011, I just started, I said, we'll have a taster session. I thought 8 or 10 people might turn up if we were lucky. We've got 30, and it just started to fly straight away. So Hexham now has a community village band, a community ceilidh band.
Yep. You mean we'll drop them in other sections?
How'd it go?
Yes, it was Mike rang me up, but I knew that David ran the village band in Hexham. I didn't know that much about it, but I'd heard him talk about Qual Music and the range of musical activities they did there, and they started this village community ceilidh band. And I hadn't actually seen them all play, so they just rang up and said, "Would I be up for it?" And I said, "Sure." So.
Mike Coleman at Qual Music saw an opportunity to apply for a BBC Performing Arts Fund award, and he talked to me about whether there might be something that the village band could kind of be a key part of. And because I've worked for many years with Alistair Anderson, it seemed to me an exciting opportunity for him to create some new music. He's got a fantastic track record in creating new music rooted in Northumberland's traditions, but distinctive and new and fresh, and carefully crafted, with a view to it being played as composed and then kind of decaying and regressing into the tradition, so that the tunes become part of the tradition. So I suggested we work with Alistair. And a key ingredient of the Performing Arts Fund application was that there should be some kind of distinctive element to add to the traditional ceilidh band. And so we brought in some young rock, jazz musicians, and we mixed those three ingredients together the new tunes created by Alistair Anderson, the existing Cayley band style and repertoire of the village band, and then a kind of electrified rock.
Just play us a bit more from earlier on, yeah, please. Because I mean, it isn't actually in time; it's just the feel. Does that feel a bit early? Actually?
Sounds a bit too early.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So perhaps although it's out of time,
Yeah,
if you count
it's
it,
the feel of it, isn't it?
it's because we do a slight row. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Try that. So did we do all that and all the 7 and 5 against the 3-2 in one take?
Yep. That was an excellent take-off.
You could tell the adrenaline was going.
This is the change.
Ah, you get the very opening of that, right? At that first meeting, I'd gone to David's house first, and we chatted about various things. And then he says, "Oh, I'll come down with you." So I drove down, and he wouldn't tell me where I was going. And I mean, I used to live in Hexham for a year, a long, long time ago. And so I thought I knew Hexham fairly well, but he kept on directing me down narrower and narrower little lanes. And then suddenly I found myself driving up a stream. I've granted a cobbled stream, you know, that you could obviously drive up, but it was undoubtedly a stream with, you know, several inches of water in it, and that, as you doubtless know, leads, the Tannery Burn leads up to a place where you can park next to Core Music. Because that whole area of the old tannery and glove-making yard is where Core Music is. The piece has several tunes that you might not think are linked, and then later on it becomes obvious that they are, and they're played towards the end, they're played together, and you see, oh yes, so those are linked and linked. So they were hidden at the first. But actually there's one tune that appears fairly close to the beginning, and appears again in a different form towards the end, and nobody yet has spotted it. And then with like half a riff, and then kill that speaker, and we don't want to take too long before we start. That's the trouble.
Okay.
You know, it's all part of the, you know, enriching process for their music making. You know, the reason we did this is just partly so everybody has a nice CD to, you know, give to their friends and family and what have you. But it's very much, it's about, the whole project was a rich experience for the members of the band and other people in Core Music.
That was excellent.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
Good, good.
Very good.
Yes. A lot of my music, certainly Steel Skies, I always said, this Steel Skies, which was the first long piece, it's 50 minutes long, I always said, now, I don't think this is folk music, but it is designed to decay into folk music. And this is very much the same. Yes, there'll be certain tunes here. Already the, I forget what we call it, that slower march towards the end, that sits really well on the Northumberland pipes. So there's a few people already starting to play that one. So yes, there'll be that, and I can see other tunes starting to appear around the session.